So today's been a really incredible and amazing day. We had the opportunity to do a live demonstration. We had somebody who was willing to be our subject and do a live solution-focused demonstration in front of a live studio audience. And it was absolutely incredible. Like, the best way to learn solution-focused, I'm out here in my neighborhood, so people are taking walks. But the best way to learn solution focus is to observe it in real time with real people. And we had an amazing person that volunteered, actually really wanted to do it. So we went ahead and did it. We set it up. We went ahead and did it, took care of all the kind of confidentiality and risk and like all the stuff legally, right? And we went ahead and did it. And we had an amazing time, an amazing experience. But I had one of those like, what the fuck were you thinking moments in the thing. I had like, what was going on in your mind moments when I was doing the session. Or actually, I didn't know it happened while I was doing the session. I found out about it later, but it highlights like how important this stuff is. So I keep talking to you guys about the power in language, and I made a recent video about a woman named Elizabeth Eckford, about how we carry the words we hear. So we as professionals and we as people have to be very careful about what words we use, because the people that we talk to carry these words. So anyway, let me tell you what happened. So we did the session, and I said to the people, the subject in this conversation is going to be able to see your chat, so don't put anything in the chat, because I don't want them to feel overwhelmed, and I don't want them to be distracted. So anyway, we're doing this session, and you guys know the way solution-focused brief therapy works is I'm asking about our outcome and the differences and all that kind of stuff. Somebody put in the chat that she sounds depressed, so why isn't Elliot doing a suicide assessment? And it's funny because to me, when I was doing the session, I didn't think of her depressed in any way, shape, or form, and there was absolutely nothing that came up in the conversation that would lead anybody to think that that depression or even suicidality was a part of this dynamic, part of this situation. So at the end of the conversation, Adam, one of my colleagues who helped me facilitate this, contacts this person and just wants to thank them for being a part of this project and asking them how it was for them, if they needed any follow-up things addressed or whatever. And she said, oh my gosh, it was great, and I feel really good, and I feel so much better, and I feel so much happier, and I'm glad you guys did this. The one thing that annoyed me was I saw that comment. And she said, when I saw that comment, I started thinking, maybe I should be depressed, or maybe I should be suicidal. And it drove me crazy. Like, guys, I can't stress this enough. You can't use words like this with your clients because you are bringing it into the dynamic. We were having a conversation about her living the life that she desires, and then this one little comment sticks with her. This one little comment sticks with her. And luckily, right, she's able to report back to us and tell us, like, no, I get it, and everything is great, and the conversation was great, and it really made a difference in my life, but this thing really bothered me. So I want you guys to learn this lesson. Like, be very, 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 very careful about the words that you use when you're talking to people, because they cause harm or delight, right? They cause injury or healing. And it's our job to make sure we're using words that are in line with healing and not injury. And when we start assuming people are depressed and then making that leap from depression to suicidality, we are causing harm. And we cannot do that. People deserve our very, very best, which means they deserve the language of healing and not harm. Now, I hate to be, look, I don't want to single anybody out, and if the person out there who left that comment is watching, like, I don't mean to single you out, and I understand you probably don't even think about it in this way, but I'm telling you, it's really, really important that we use language that help people connect to the best of themselves and not cause them harm. Like, she actually said, when I saw that comment, I started thinking, maybe I am depressed and should be suicidal given the situation that I'm in. I wasn't thinking this before, but I'm thinking it now. Guys, it's so dangerous. It is so, words are powerful. So we need to be really, really careful which words we use. And that's just an example of how important it is for us to use words that are associated with the client's health. It's so important that we use words that's associated with people's health that we're talking to. You are trying to help them. I know that. I believe that. But you're causing harm if you're not careful with your words. So please, I am begging you. I'd get down on my knees if it wouldn't drop me below the camera. Please be careful with your words and understand that you cause healing when you have a conversation about the desired outcome that leads towards hope. You're doing much, much more if you have a conversation in the direction of what pleases people instead of these ridiculous comments thinking that it's our job that, oh my gosh, someone's in a tough situation, so maybe they want to kill themselves and let's do a suicide assessment. Like, that's not what this job is about. That's not what healing is about. So we need to make sure that we are taking better care of our language because our language are what people carry. And I'm so pissed that of everything that we did today, she now has to deal with that comment and she gets to carry that comment with her. And that should never, ever happen.